A very good afternoon, everyone. I really hope you're all doing great and staying absolutely safe as well. उम्मीद है आप सब बहुत बढ़िया होंगे. सबसे पहले, do let me in the comment section if I'm clearly audible and visible to you guys. All the people out there, I really hope that I'm clearly audible and visible to you guys. And this is a very, very important topic. Very important topic, that is landforms, is something we are going to be discussing in this very class. For those who are aware, this is important. They know that direct questions are asked on this topic. ये एक ऐसा topic है जिससे you will always be finding direct questions. So I'm sure that you know the relevance of this topic, and even if you don't know the relevance, that is absolutely fine. You are bound to learn so much from this session, I can assure you. This session से you will certainly be learning immensely, I can assure you for sure. Now, having said that, let me tell you one thing. Whenever any topic you study, what you have to focus upon is that how are the questions going to be appearing in the examination from this portion? What exactly are the kind of the questions you can expect from this portion? That is what you can be talking about, and we'll be talking about that as well. But before I even start the class, I would like to ask you that what in the first place is landform all about? Landform hota kya hai? That is my first question to you. Anybody who can tell me? What in the first place is landform? You can tell me the examples of it. It's absolutely fine. आप example से बता सकते हैं about this particular thing, and I think you know the relevance of this topic. So anybody can tell me? You know valleys, mountains, different landforms we have, right? So these are what? These are basically landforms. These are basically different terrains as we talk about in simple language. So that is landform, right? Okay, perfect. No, I won't say formation of land, but we have got various features on the land. Don't we have that? We in the first place have got various features which we have, and that is how we look at it. ये याद रखें. Yeah, you can say that. So, what I mean to tell you is that whenever you are studying the landform, you have to have a basic clarity on this very point, that what in the first place is landform all about. For example, in this picture you see, in the area of coast, we have different kind of landforms. In some certain areas, mountains, we have different kind of landforms. So we got to be very clear about this thing, that here we have different kind of landforms. Here glaciers pe we have different kind of landforms. Here we have different kind of landforms. So because of various geomorphic agents, you can say. Now what is geomorphic agent? Geomorphic agent can be wind, it can be air, it can be water, it can be any other agent for that matter. So different agents are playing their very important role. Different agents are certainly playing a very important role, and this is what we need to be understanding precisely. So the kind of the role they are playing is certainly the reason behind the formation of different landforms as we observe every now and then. I hope it's clear. So my idea is very clear, that we have to have a basic clarity on these points, and that is the only thing which can help you have a good level of understanding as well. ये आप notice करना काफी important है. Now I can read all your comments. Would like to welcome once again to all the people out there who have joined the session, and I am certainly hopeful that this session again is going to give you immense clarity on this topic, which is very much important from the examination point of view. This is what I personally want. चलिए, clear है जी इतना? I hope this idea is absolutely clear to you guys, for all the people out there who have joined the session. हाँ जी, clear है जी? बढ़े आगे. Now having said that, remember one aspect, that when I talk about the landform, geography, NCERT presents a very nice idea. NCERT book which we have for class 11th class NCERT, which goes by the name of Fundamentals of Physical Geography, this one. So it has got various units, and here unit 3 corresponds to the landforms. You can see, geomorphic process, landforms, the evolution. So I would request you guys, or I would suggest you rather, that you should go through this particular NCERT for this topic. Why I am telling you specifically? Because a lot of students don't know. that what certainly they are supposed to read in the NCERT, and that becomes a bit of a problem. So that's why I'm telling you very much explicitly that you should be going through this particular reading. This can help you evolve a basic sense on this very topic. That certainly is important. And do hit the like button if you have not liked the session yet, so that this can be added to your liked videos. Session ko like kar de so that this video can go into your liked videos, all the people out there. हाँ जी, हाँ जी, क्लियर है सबको? So in case मतलब any particular doubt you have, you surely can let me know. Is the idea clear? All the people? So मतलब I really don't want to tell you anything which is very much tough. मतलब these are the kind of the things which are very much basic, and we are basically talking on those points only. So make sure you go through this for the basic reading of this topic. Unit 3 of 11th ki NCERT. You can download it online also, not a big deal. You will find it online, and it's a humble request, go through that. You are bound to learn so much from this very NCERT, and they have given you very simple details about that. Of course, we'll be talking in the class, okay, but just for the sake of your understanding, I'm telling you that you can go through that. Absolutely, that can be very much helpful. Is that clear? But it covered in which GS? GS paper 1, geography. This is a part of the geography, no? Prelims and mains geography both, this is a very important component, as we all know. Simply. Got it? And I can assure you, once you read it properly, you will not be finding any problem for that matter. It will be 100% clear to you guys, I can assure you. Anyways, having said that, अब यहाँ पे एक चीज नोटिस करना, which I feel is very much important, and that is कि what exactly is landform in the first place. We have to first of all understand what is landform. That's a question which definitely comes in anyone's mind. कि landform होते क्या है? We have to have a proper clarity on this point. So ये समझ आया सबको? So it's simple and straightforward point. Not a very difficult thing. It is, we have to certainly understand precisely. Got it? I hope the idea is clear. So till here, whatever I have taught you, or whatever we have discussed, I hope that is absolutely clear to you guys. Monday to Friday, 12 PM you have this class. I hope you are aware of this fact. Okay, Monday to Friday you have to be here 12 PM, and it's going to be a regular class as it is going. So I hope you are aware of this particular fact. Anyways, now putting things into perspective, first of all, I would like to define bete that what in the first place is a landform. Landform hai kya? This is very, very important point. What is landform? So this unit, as I've already told you, this unit 3 is dealing with the landform. If you go through the NCERT, you have this unit is dealing with the landform, of course. Landform and their evolution, geomorphic process, and each and every aspect is very much clear to you guys. So having said that, when I say that landform and their evolution, this is quite important. So you have to understand one thing, that we have got various processes which are going on this planet. You are aware of this fact? Alag-alag processes hain which are going on a continuous basis, regular basis they are going on. It's not that they are stopping and then starting, no, nothing like that. They are going on regular basis. You know this? So putting things into perspective, what the next point is there which you got to be understanding is that, just imagine we have got a block of rock. This is the block of rock. Okay. On this rock, wind is putting its pressure. On this rock, water in the form of rain is putting its pressure. These, water, wind, or any other aspects like this, what is this? These are known as geomorphic agents. Yaad rakhna. Geomorphic agents. Okay. So you are supposed to know this thing, that what in the first place is geomorphic agent. Geomorphic agent क्या है? What exactly is a geomorphic agent? We have to be understanding this aspect very, very clearly. Putting it into perspective. So these geomorphic agents will do what? They will be eroding the rock. They will lead to erosion of the rock. They will remove some material from the rock. Simple point. And what will happen? Rock will change its shape. We will have some different landform built because of these geomorphic agents. This is very much important. I hope I'm able to make you understand these things precisely. मतलब important है ये चीजें. These are the things which are very much important. So समझ आ रहा है? I hope you guys are in a position to understand these aspects very, very clearly. ठीक है राजू, बहुत बढ़िया. Because see, ultimately you are bound to find questions from this. Questions तो आएंगे. In the examination, you will have plenty of the questions being asked, and if you have studied that nicely, then you will not be afraid. You will not be afraid of answering those questions. It is as simple as that. This is very important point we have to be looking into. Clear hai ji? So in a way, you got to understand that whenever we talk about this geomorphic agent, different geomorphic agents, it can be, of course, running water, it can be groundwater, wind, glacier, waves. They are performing what? Erosion. And they are changing surface of the earth. And of course, whatever they have removed the material from here, it will get deposited it somewhere else. Agree with me or not? यहाँ से कुछ material remove हो गया है, तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा? कहीं पे जाके deposition हो जाएगा. होगा कि नहीं होगा? This material is going at some other place and it is getting deposited. So when the material is going at some other place, it is getting deposited at some other place. What will happen? Here deposition is happening. Here also some landform will form. So here, because of erosion, some landform is forming. Here, because of this deposition, some landform is forming. This is the beauty of it. So ultimately, we have plenty of landforms. We have different landforms which are being formed. This is something we have to be understanding precisely. I hope my idea is clear. I hope the idea is absolutely very, very clear. समझ आया? So what I mean to tell you is that we are over here making sure that you understand things, and that understanding is very much important. ये आप याद रखिएगा. So here, your understanding matters a lot, and that is what we are striving for. Clear? Moving ahead, understand that, as I've told you, different geomorphic agents are there. Running water is one of them. Groundwater is also there. Glaciers are there. Waves, ocean currents are there. Winds are there. These are various geomorphic agents. And these geomorphic agents are going to form different landforms. क्या करेंगे? Different landforms बनाएंगे, which is certainly something we have to understand. For example, what? Now, when we say, different landforms, now we have to first of all know this thing, that various landforms are of immense importance. In a way, I would like to clarify to you guys that whenever a landform is being formed by the running water, it is known as fluvial landform. Fluvial landform. Groundwater say we have a karst topography. Limestone based karst topography, one same thing. Glacier say we have glacial landforms. Wind say we have aeolian landforms. Aeolian landforms we have. So what I hope is that you are getting a basic idea that different topography, different landforms are forming because of different ideas. Yes, I have already told you this thing, bete. So because of waves and current, we have various coastal landforms. Getting it? So my idea is that you should be very much clear that because of running water, we have fluvial landform. Because of groundwater, we have karst landforms. Because of glaciers, we have glacial landforms. Because of waves and current, we have coastal landforms. Because of wind, we have wind-based or aeolian landforms. Match the following will be coming. Match the following can be asked. So you have to be very much clear in this regard that how do you answer a particular question. How do you answer that particular question is of immense importance. समझ आया? So can I expect that whatever we are talking about, whatever I'm teaching you, you are in a position to have a basic level of clarity on this. सब समझ आ रहा है ना? दिक्कत तो नहीं है किसी को भी. So basically you have to understand this thing. Now this is a snippet from the NCERT only. कहते हैं after weathering process have had their action on the earth material. Now what we are seeing, geomorphic agents are there and ultimately they are causing erosion and deposition is also happening and it is leading to the landforms, which is quite an important thing. So ultimately it is all the game of these geomorphic agents which is going to form the landforms. It is these geomorphic agents which are leading to various landforms. I hope now basic things are absolutely clear. Now again my question is that what in the first place is a landform? This is very much important. Let's define that thing precisely. कि भाई आखिरकार landform है क्या? Because ultimately our aim is to define that. Ultimately our aim is to basically focus upon what in the first place is the landform. Because if we are not able to define that, this means we are lacking over something. So we have to have a basic level of understanding first of all. This is very much important. Clear है जी? सबको? So I'm hopeful that you are in a position to have a good level of clarity, good level of understanding on these. Chaliye, let's define that now. When I define this, when we say landform, in simple words, small to medium tract या फिर parcel of land is known as landform. This is a landform, this is landform, this is landform. So small to medium parcel of the lands are basically the landforms. But now this is not a precise definition. This is a very layman definition. So when we talk about the precise definition, you got to understand that recognizable, naturally formed features on the earth's surface basically are the landforms. These are the landforms we have to understand. If I make it even better, you got to understand they have certain physical attributes. For example, certain elevation is there, certain slope is there, certain orientation is there, certain stratification is there, certain rock exposure is there, certain soil type is there, which is very much important we have to look into. So you have to be very clear in this regards that they have certain physical characteristics or physical attributes we have to understand. समझ आया? So now what is a landform you have understood? What is basically a landform? You have got a simple understanding on that particular point, I assume. Basic understanding is there. Now having said that, remember that various landforms are going to come together to form landscapes. So this is very important that several landforms will come together to form a landscape. ये बहुत important है. So small to medium tracts of the land are landforms and large tract of the land are known as landscape. So various landforms are coming together to form a landscape. Remember this thing. समझ आया? This idea is absolutely clear or not? I am hopeful that this point is absolutely clear to you guys. Remember this thing that you have to be understanding this point. Each landform has its own physical shape, size, various materials are there. And remember this thing that different geomorphic agents are there, different processes are there which are leading to the formation of a landform. That's the point you got to be understanding. Is that clear? So can I hope this thing that you all are in a position to have a good level of understanding? ठीक ठाक understanding मिल रही है सबको? Everyone is having a basic level of understanding, I assume, from this point. हाँ जी, thank you Raju. So we have to be in a way aligned together in order to understand, what is landform and what in the first place is it all about. Each and everything we have to have a basic understanding. So now, landform and landscape are different, and how can we differentiate them? I have put the things into proper perspective. Okay. Now, having said that, remember this thing. Whenever we talk about the landforms, we have to be clear about one thing, that geomorphic agents जो भी हैं, they are capable of both erosion and deposition. How? Just imagine here river is starting. River is flowing like this. River flows like this, okay? When the river starts, here, what is the river doing? River is doing erosion. River is doing erosion. What is erosion? It is cutting through this area. It is cutting through this area, eroding, cutting the area. And here, in the last stage, river is forming delta, that is, it is doing deposition. Now, what is deposition? Means, whatever material it has eroded along its course, it is doing the deposition of those minerals or material. So, जो भी erosion कर रही है river, it is depositing over here. This is something we have to be understanding precisely. समझ आ रहा है? So, when river is doing erosion, river is forming valley. You know valley? Ghati, valley. And when the river is doing deposition, river is forming delta. River is forming delta on the mouth where it is joining the sea. Do you agree or not? I am hopeful that I am making this idea very much clear to you guys. Every one of you is able to understand this or not. Because remember, this is not something which is very much difficult. It's very much basic, it's very much easy, and you have to be having a simple and straightforward point. Clarity has to be there. Clarity is very much important, which we have to be having in this regards. Chalo. Because always remember one thing, whenever you're studying this particular aspect, we have to keep one simple thing in our mind, and that is that revision is must. So, I can teach you n number of things, no doubt. But if you guys are not revising, then it is all futile exercise, I can assure you. This exercise is a fruitful exercise only and only until the time you are doing proper revision. Bete. ये आप याद रखना. I can repeat that, no doubt, but you have to revise on your own. समझ आ रहा है? हाँ जी, हाँ जी. So, what I precisely mean to tell you is that have a basic level of clarity, have a basic level of understanding on things, which is of course of immense importance. चलो, हो गया क्लियर? कोई अगर डाउट है किसी भी तरह का, डू लेट मी नो. चलो, I am hopeful that I have made different aspects very much clear to you guys. Got it? Chale. So now you have understood the idea of erosion and deposition, bete, because this is a very important idea. A lot of people get confused in this. I have seen a lot of people getting confused in this. So I am hopeful that I have made myself very much clear कि how do you look at it? How do you understand this? ये सबसे important. Okay. Yes, I am pacing it a bit, bete. So we have got what? Various type of landforms, as you have understood. Now remember this thing. When we talk about the geomorphic agent, it can be running water, it can be groundwater, it can be glacier, it can be waves, it can be winds. This is something you have to understand. You have to understand. So remember one thing, that based on these geomorphic agents, what are we looking at? It is because of these geomorphic agents, you got to be very much clear about one thing, that what is the idea we are understanding. बहुत important है ये. What exactly is the idea we are understanding? Because ultimately we have to be clear about, simple idea that, in geography, this is a very important concept. I hope you are aware of this point. Concept जो है, This is so certainly, very much important. But whenever we are learning this concept, unfortunately, what happens? Unfortunately, a lot of students are not able to, recall that in the examination. Why does that happen all the time? Because they are not revising maybe. So revision is must. Always remember this thing. Revision is must. Having said that, now remember one thing. Whenever we talk about running water, whenever we are talking about the running water, it is much important for you guys to understand running water. Okay. So यहाँ पे what is more important is river system. Here the kind of the landform which will be formed, they will be known as fluvial landforms. Fluvial landforms are bound to be formed. Very important. क्या है? Fluvial landforms. Because of the action of running water as we talk about. Fluvial landforms. I've already told you this. Now, when we talk about the fluvial landforms, what all are the landforms which are going to be part of this? Anybody who can tell me? What all are the landforms which are going to be part of this is very much important. Simple. So, when we talk about any particular river for that matter, what do you think? What all are going to be the landforms which are formed? Think about it. Very good. ये तो basic सही है idea. So you are supposed to have a basic point in your mind. We will have here, valleys will be formed, different valleys will be formed. यहाँ पे. And of course, we will have delta at the end. In the here, oxbow lakes are formed. When the river is moving like this, meanders are formed, levees are formed. So ultimately, we have got various landforms which are formed where delta is not formed, estuary is formed. So we'll be talking about this in detail in the upcoming classes. But as of now, what is more important is, that we have to be having a simple and straightforward point which has to be there in our minds. Very important. I am hopeful कि whatever we are talking about, you are able to make some sense out of it. समझ आ रहा है सबको, है ना? Because I'll tell you what, in the examination, you will see that direct questions are asked. You will be having direct questions. So that certainly becomes very much important for you guys to be having a good deal of idea about. ये important है. Is that clear? समझ आया? So you have to understand that river landforms are important. Similarly, whenever we talk about the action of, ध्यान से सुनना, action of groundwater, bete, groundwater, but not everywhere. Where? It has to be an area where we have limestone or dolomite. So limestone or dolomite has to be there. So in that particular area, what do we observe? We have action of groundwater, and what will it result in? It will result into the landform like caves, caverns. We will have like stalactites, stalagmites, underground lakes will be there. These are the things which we'll be finding because of the dissolution and deposition of these limestone and dolomitic rocks. So this is going to be there, this is going to be seen in the area which is rich in the limestone or dolomite. ये आप याद रखना. This is one point we have to understand, that only in that particular area where the limestone dolomite is present, it is there we have to be understanding. So see, my idea is very clear that you are supposed to have a basic level of understanding, basic level of clarity in this idea, and you are absolutely going to be fine. Yes, absolutely, but I have told you about the caste, that's why. है ना? Okay. So कोई doubt है अगर या मतलब any particular doubt you have, you surely can let me know. I am hopeful that this point is absolutely clear. Okay, I know it's a bit, it's not that easy. I know that, but again, you know, you should be in a position to have a basic level of clarity on this. ठीक है? Is the idea clear? Everyone? Sorted? So my overall point is that you should have a simple bit of understanding on these points. That is the point we need to look into. ठीक है जी? Good. So whenever we talk about, you know, this landform, as I was talking about the karst topography, limestone based landform, these are, remember that here you will have, you know, at times some icicles like this, and dropping of the water will lead to icicle like this. So whenever it is a hanging icicle, ठीक है, like that, ये देखो ये hang कर रहा है ना, it will be known as stalactite, and if it is something like this which has been formed like this, it will be known as stalagmite. So this is quite important. If ये hanging है, it is stalactite. If it is deposition, it is stalagmite. Is that clear? This is quite an important thing. बिल्कुल. कोई doubt किसी प्रकार का, मतलब if there is something, you know, which is bothering you, you surely can let me know. So I'll be more than happy to clarify that. वैसे I think it should be 100% clear now. है ना? चलो. And as such, whatever we have like discussed in the class, it is not that a difficult thing, because we are using a lot of diagrams, and diagrams always make things easy for you. Diagrams are bound to make things easy, so I really don't think कि कोई दिक्कत यहाँ पे होगी. जी. Any particular doubts if you have, you are free to ask. मतलब कोई specific doubt अगर बच रहा है, which you feel कि sir मतलब please clarify that particular thing, so you can ask. But I think कि we have already, you know, made sure that all the doubts are clarified, तो उसमें तो कोई दिक्कत होगी नहीं. जी. Got it? बहुत बढ़िया. कोई भी स्पेसिफिक चीज़ है अगर आपको, तो आप मुझे बता देना, उसको क्लैरिफाई कर देंगे. बेटे yes, stalactites से, you know, water will be dropping continuously and deposition will take place, and then we will see stalagmite is going to be formed. That's how it is. I hope it's clear now. Simple point. So that's what I said in the first place, na? That we have to have a basic understanding on things and we'll be good to go. Even if you have the basic understanding, you're fine to go about it. Moving ahead. When I move ahead, we talk about the wave action. You know, near the samudra, near the coast, what we have certain wave action. Waves ka action take place, and it is basically the action which is taking place. It will lead to what? Wave action is going to cause coastal landforms. Coastal landforms. Now, even if you talk about these coastal landforms, you got to be very clear that we have got various type of coastal landforms. For example, we have got this cave type. You know, this arch is there, sea arch it is called. You will have sea stump, like this is sea stump. Here we have pillar known as sea stack. Here we have a beach. Here we have a cliff. Then here we have a bay. Here we have like coastal lagoons. This is a lagoon. Here is a spit bar. This is called sand spit. These are what? These are coastal landforms. So we'll certainly be talking in detail. For example, I tell you, like when I talk about the beach, how is beach formed? Beach is formed by the deposition. है ना? By the deposition, beach is formed. But on the other hand, sea stack, sea stump, it is formed because of the erosion by the waves. So this pit bar is because of the deposition. So you have to know that some are there, some landforms are there which is formed by the deposition, and some landforms are there which are formed by the erosion part. We have to be very much clear. That's the point we have to understand. I hope it's clear. So what I just mean to tell you is that you have to have a simple and straightforward point in your mind, and that certainly will help you generate a good level of understanding. ये बहुत important है. And in fact, that is why I'm making sure that each and every landform is taught to you in a meticulous manner so that you don't get confused. ये मेरा एक idea है. Yes, absolutely. Got it? Similarly, we have wind landforms. Now, you must be knowing, wind landforms are also known as Aeolian landform. Why? Because when we talk about the Greek gods, god of the wind is Aeolia. So, Aeolia ke naam pe Aeolian landform is there. So you have to know that whenever the wind action is taking place, whenever the wind is acting as a geomorphic agent, what do we see? We see the formation of Aeolian landforms. क्या form हो रहा है? Aeolian landform is being formed. It is as simple as that. So we have to have a basic understanding on this point. Simple point but very much straightforward. क्यों भाई? हुआ clear? So I really don't think that there is any aspect which you are not able to look into. I think you must be in a position to understand each and every aspect very, very clearly, very, very precisely. Whatever we have taught till now, जो भी अभी तक हमने पढ़ा है, it should be 100% clear to you guys. Got it? So, what is the example of wind-based landforms? Very common example is sand dunes, रेत के टीले. Sand dunes is a very common example, bete. Then at times, you have different kind of rock, like this is a mushroom rock. So, mushroom rock in the desert, we have, so in desert, you'll have lots of landforms of this category. We have a lot of landforms of this category, which is of course important, no doubt about it. So I am hopeful of this thing that, whatever point we are studying, it is absolutely understandable, it is absolutely clear to you guys. ये बहुत important है. कोई doubt किसी को, any type of doubt in case you guys have, you surely can let me know. जी. Clear है? ठीक है. So I have just tried my level best to make sure that you are introduced nicely to the landforms. Then we have a landform, glacial landforms. So here glacier is doing its action. Here glacier is doing its action. So what are we looking at? We are basically looking at different aspects. For example, we have moraines which are formed, drumlins are formed like this. So when the glacier will move, it will have its impact on this local topography, na? That is what it is. For example, you have glaciers ki ice, it is moving. We will have, of course, accumulation zone is there, arete is there, like here it is formed, a lateral moraine, medial moraine, terminal, so different kind of moraines are formed, Here we have lateral moraine, here we have medial moraine, here we have lateral moraine, here we have terminal moraines. So you can see, here we have small kettle lakes whenever we have action of the glacier. So glacier action is doing its task very nicely. So in a way, you can see one thing. So what I have done is I have given you a basic introduction to the landforms, and we'll do that in detail, of course. So what is the introduction like? These are the fluvial landforms, these are the karst topography, these are the glacial landforms, this is the coastal landform, these are the aeolian landforms. So these geomorphic agents are giving way to the various kind of landform which we have already talked about. I hope it's absolutely clear. बात समझ में आई कि नहीं आई सबको? So see, in a way you are supposed to have a basic level of understanding, and that is the only thing which is going to have a good deal of clarity in your minds. But a oasis will always form in the desert. ठीक है? So ये आप ध्यान में रखना. So oasis as such can't be categorized. ठीक है? Oasis is what? You have a fertile area in a desert. That's how it is. So मतलब you can say that मतलब there is a chance there is a presence of water and then they have some trees, so that is oasis. चलो समझ आया इतना सबको? चलो बहुत बढ़िया. So I am hopeful that now you have had a good level of clarity, you have good level of understanding of things. ठीक है. Any specific doubts you have, you surely can let me know. कोई भी अगर डाउट होता है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं. चलो, thank you so much. So that would be it from my side. I need to give you an introductory lecture on the landforms, which we have done. But this class is almost done, and Monday to Friday you will have these classes at 12 p.m. So make sure you take out time at 12 p.m. you are attending these classes. These are very much important. 12 p.m. live class we have, so I can clear all your doubts on YouTube. ठीक है जी? So thank you so very much.